Avinu, Avinu, Malkeinu, Shalach refuah shleima, refuah sanefesh, refuah saguf, lechoyle, lechoyle yamecho.
He must have been about 6 months old.
He was a very happy baby.
He always, tumbled around and got bruised up, and I didn't really think much of some of the bruising that was going on.
I started noticing a bump right behind his ear.
And my husband said, look at his stomach, it looks weird. There's something, we looked down and there's something sticking out.
I went to the doctor because it seemed like one of his eyes, someone said, his eye looks just a little bit puffier than usual.
There was also a rash, which for a while we did not know what it was. We thought it was eczema.
I assumed, okay, well, we'll find out that it's, it's something benign or it's something minor.
The gynecologist took one look at that rash and said, this isn't a diaper rash. This is a disease.
There's a mass in here. It feels like a tumor, possibly cancerous.
It's not just a growth in the eye. It's actually in 4 different areas in his head.
I was scared.
I was definitely in shock.
We were terrified.
The diagnosis was Langerhans cell histiocytosis.
Hepatoblastoma.
Neuroblastoma.
Avinu, Avinu, Malkeinu, Shalach refuah shleima.
His system wasn't working.
We had to move quickly because the tumors were encasing his optic nerves.
The white blood cells are multiplying too fast.
This is a very serious illness.
A stage 4 cancer.
The protocol was for him to have 6 rounds of chemo. They were going to do the surgery after 4 rounds.
The surgery lasted about 5 or 6 hours.
We basically spent the next 4 months in the hospital.
We watched him wasting away for like 6 months until the point of malnutrition.
His head used to itch him. It was one of the side effects. And he itched, and he came away with a huge clump of hair.
His skin was cracked and bleeding. Every time I'd open the diaper, he would cry and cry. It was painful.
Surgery, radiotherapy, chemotherapy can be extraordinarily expensive.
Just the surgery, not even including the anesthesia, I think it was like $105,000.
We had 8 days to kind of figure out how we're going to come up with $150,000.
It's an emotional burden for patients to be able to manage the cancer diagnosis while at the same time try to deal with the financial issues.
6 months, let's say it's a few $1,000,000. 3 years, so multiply that times 6.
You need to have the best insurance.
Trying to figure out, what do we do?
I had a number of people who were telling me to call RCCS.
You know that there's a number. You have your person that you're talking to, and they're going to take care of whatever it is that you need to take care of. In the instance where we needed them to take care of our insurance, and we were sitting there going nuts, oh no, what's going to happen? I would tell you it was probably about 25 minutes. And she called us back and said, it's taken care of, it's fine.
Within a few days, if we had to go to any hospital, anywhere, we were covered.
The tens of thousands of dollars that RCCS is paying for my son's health insurance to be able to get the treatment that he couldn't get otherwise. There have been hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars spent in medical treatment. It's the best matching plan you could come up with.
The service that RCCS performs is really a life and death type of service.
Well, had we been there a couple of days later, we don't know that we would have had such a positive outcome.
With advice from RCCS, we kind of tailored a plan on how to proceed.
RCCS is absolutely essential for Klal Yisrael.
Nothing showed me as much as this experience of having someone vying for you When it comes to your needs on the insurance basis, there's nothing more important than that.
There's no words that can really underscore how important it is.
At the outset, we were told, okay, it's going to be a 6-week treatment. And then here we are, just about 2 years later, and we're not finished.
RCCS is crucial in making this medical nightmare less of one, and has given my family hope.
As of today, RCCS is still paying for our policy, which is an unbelievable help.
But Baruch Hashem, today Nisanel is a year out of chemo, and he is doing beautifully.
I think my wife and I perhaps surprised ourselves at accepting, but that didn't mean that he was going to make it. And there were times when we weren't sure about that. Baruch Hashem.
And I've seen with my own eyes complete remissions in patients where it was never expected. So indeed, I do see miracles here. I see it every day. And when RCCS helps the patient get to the right place, get to the right institution and the right physician, they are really funding miracles.
RCCS really funds miracles because my son would not be here if it were not for RCCS. Here's to hoping.